So very good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to one and all here. And today we are having really interesting topic, effective research paper drafting for Scopus free publication. Here, Dr. Ritras with you, President, Eudoxia Research University, Newcastle, United States of America, Professor and Chairman, Eudoxia Research Center, India, proud India. Let us start here with my outline. And today, since we wanted to have the publication in the top journals, I have identified some very few important topics to be discussed. We can see here that one animated picture, and here our eye is moving in a 360. And while we are starting our research, while we are making our journey fantastic, wonderful, and with the happiness, then we have to open our eye with 360 degrees. And therefore, today I have selected the steps for drafting Scopus Q1, Q2, Q3, and Q4 publication. Of course, these are the quartiles, categories of the journal, that is first 25 of the Scopus, base 25, you can see, that is Q1, next 25%, that is starting from, you can say like that, 26 number to 50 numbers is Q2, next 25% Q3, and the rest of the journals are Q4 journals. Flowchart, that is what should be one picture in front of you so that you can follow this directly while you are drafting your manuscript. Then topic selection, how you can select the topic, and of course the abstract drafting to effective manuscript drafting in this presentation. At the very beginning and my introduction part, I want to share, you can see that one baby is tasting something and so bitter. All right. And the baby is thinking like that, yes, I can do that one. I can drink this one, again feeling the bitter taste. Believe you can, and you are halfway there. This is true. We have to bring our mind like this baby. It is trying again and again. Maybe the bitter taste and feeling it, but tasting it again. Let us start the journey in this way. There may be numbers of rejection during this process. Numbers of people may criticize you. If you are on the right track, definitely criticism will be there. There are maybe more and more challenges that you will be the person who will never give up and who will move forward with full energy, full confidence, and trust on yourself. So therefore, I'm saying here that believe you can. If you are having the belief that, yes, I can do this, and you are halfway there. This is the spirit in research and innovation. Here we go with my first slide and domino effect for drafting of paper. You can see one again animated video here, that where the person is touching on this small domino, and the force was small but systematic in nature. That is one domino pushing the next one. The next one domino is offering the higher force to the next, and so on. So therefore, start work with some small steps. Target journal, okay, towards your target journal. Make sure that you are, okay, your quality of the paper is synchronizing with the quartile of the Scopus journal. So be realistic in nature. My first advice. Some people are thinking like that, no, I wanted to make my publication in the Q1 journal. But you need to understand whether you have identified the problem which will create the impact for the journal, that where the journal reviewer people all will think, yes, of course, this should be in Q1. So make sure that the quality of your paper is synchronizing with the quartile in the Scopus journal, that is you are selecting maybe Q2, maybe Q3, maybe Q4, whatever it is. You need to be conscious here. That is, my paper is for this quartile, and for that purpose, you have to review more and more paper. That is the past issues of the journal. Then number 2, divide your work into different sections and start time-bound plan to complete the work. This is very important and interesting in nature. What is here? That this is the age of internet. We are globally connected. Here you are from 193 countries of the world. You need to understand that if you are having the time-bound plan, systematic collection of research paper, and if you can divide your work into some small pieces, that is, you will have to finalize that I will write today or one day or 2 days, I will finalize that what is should be the tentative title. I will take 3 days for my abstract. I will take another 3 days for my introductions. Then research and methodology, maybe I am taking another 2 days. So plan everything. Go with the time-bound work. Otherwise, you cannot find out the way to complete your work. And at the final stage, it will come as a hurry stage. That's, oh, now, oh my God, I have to submit the paper. I have no time. So the quality is now minimizing from your side. So do not go for minimizing the quality. Take the step at the very beginning that, yes, of course, I will have really free Scopus publication in these journals, and I am preparing my paper with prior homework, and I am dividing it to different sections. Always be ready with the blueprint of the paper and start effective drafting. This is, I think, that very important. And here you can take the help of some software. For example, you can use Mendeley here. You can use Jotero or EndNote, because you see that the blueprint of the paper is very important. You should not finalize everything. You have to be the dynamic person. While you are writing your paper, whenever necessary, you will do the necessary correction. You are open-minded person, not the arrogant one that who want to establish something which is not realistic in nature. So don't be that. Try to be the good observer. Even after submission of the paper, if you have find out that, yes, reviewers are giving this comment and I have to incorporate these points in my paper, make sure that you are good learner. Make sure that you are good follower also. And you are giving the input to bring the best manuscript from your side. Thereafter, a list of sources relevant. Okay, the list of sources relevant to research design, finalize your audience for receiving higher H index and I index. Yes, of course, this is, I think, that most of our researcher and academician may be having the dream that I should get the good H index. So we should have the clear picture about the H index. It is the Harris index. That means you are having 10 paper of publication. Okay, Harris index. I'm explaining here H index. 10 papers you have published, and every say paper having different number of citation. What is citation? That is in the reference section. They are putting your paper. So 6 papers out of 10, 6 papers are having say six numbers of citation. And the 7th number paper, you are having 10 or 12 number of citation. 8 you are having like 4 number citation. 9 and 10 with 5 and 5. Now, what is the maximum time of citation? 6 to the maximum paper. So 6 papers are having 6 citation. Then your Harris index is 6. And you can find out your H index in a Google Scholar easily. Next, I-10 index, or you can say like that I index. It is if you are having one paper with that 10 minimum citation, then it is 1. how many papers you are having with more than 10 numbers of citation. It is the I index. So both are very important in the sense that whenever you are preparing yourself for interview purpose, that is in this era, I have already told that in globalization process, now every country, not in only one and two country, every country are adopting the similar kind of process for selection into their university. I'm here presenting our Eudoxia Resource University as the president. And earlier also, I was working as a dean in other universities. What was the fact? And here also now, that we need the best talent. We need all universities. They are that in our research center also. We need the good people. They are having their talent. They knew actually that what is the reality. They knew that what is their H index, everything. So this is competitive world, and we must go with our good H index, good I index. Make sure that you are not publishing your paper only for formality, but you are publishing it to grow your career. This should be here. I'm always optimistic person, and I am always encouraging researcher that please publish the paper so that it will grow your career. Never compromise with only the numbers. That do not only increase the numbers that I want to increase. It is 50 publication, 70 publication, 100 publication. These are not useful. That people are those who are in the interview board. They knew that there are so many paid journals. They knew that predatory journals. So make sure you are in the right track. Next, you can consider this one, number 5. That's what I wanted to explain here. A short summary of the 150 to 200 words which explain the paper purpose, research gap, research problem, and expected outcome in the future. Of course, this is very important. Research gap. What is research gap? You are reading one research paper, and in this research paper, you have found they are using qualitative research design, but there is an opportunity of the quantitative also. I can find out this one. They are doing the research for the country like China, and you are from India. Then you are thinking like that, yes, these are the Asian countries, nearby countries, sharing the boundaries, having the similar kind of the population. Why not here? That is some untouched area, unexplored area is purely research gap. Then you need to find out the research question that yes, that was not done. And these are number 1, number 2, number 3, say 3 research questions. And then give the clear picture of the research problem. While you are writing your paper, now it is not only research and methodology, it is drafting of your manuscript for Scopus publication. You need to understand. And always try to put that one, what is your expected outcome for future findings? That is important. If you are not having future outcome or the findings, then your work never been accepted for the journal publication. I'm telling you, I'm nearly now, right now in the presenting more than 20 international journals as a review member. And these journals are from United States. Most of them are from Germany also. I have some from the Malaysia and from India. So what is here? I'm telling that we are always honest. Don't think like that the reviewer is biased. Never. They want to bring the good paper. So you have to make your paper with the synchronization with the quartile. I have already explained Q1, Q2, Q3, and Q4 quartiles. And all questions after my presentations, I welcome this one. I know that definitely there may be some questions. Now moving towards the flowchart. And here we go with opening of our eyes. Yes, let us open our eyes. And here it's the most famous flowchart. I am ready. So here we know that it is generally structured. Don't think like that every journal will have this one, but most of the journal will follow this one if you are drafting your manuscript, especially the original research manuscript, not the review paper, because it is with the dynamic format. Now you see the title of the paper, then your affiliation, then come with the abstract. All right. Abstract and introduction is always different. I will share later on. And abstract, then introduction will come, method and methodology, results, then discussion, then conclusion, references, and appendix. So what are the need in every section? I am sharing here the golden tricks. You can see here that sometimes we are having some golden traits in our hand, and it is giving us the way to entry, to make entry in the top publication. So find a right topic for you based on literature review work. The topic should be ideal, timely, and it may be considered for creating greater impact. You need to understand in future. Make sure that the topic will go with your schedule or time-bound work. So right topic you have to select from literature review. So what is first step? That is, we have to collect some paper. Let us do that one, which I will show later on that in our webinar in live, how you can collect the more and more paper free of cost. So think yourself, whether you are having good numbers of papers in your hand. If you are having really good numbers of paper in your hand, then start your work. You read the papers again and again, and then finalize that one topic which is ideal, timely. Okay, ideal means it is a real problem you are selecting. Timely, that most of the journal are having interest to publish your work, and creating the greater impact. Now you see that you have to go with schedule work or time bound. Do not take this kind of problem which is taking the 5 years if you are research scholar. Make sure that you are completing one research paper from 3 months to 6 months. I think that within 3 months, one good research paper you can draft for Scopus pre-publication. Then title and affiliation, selection of every word and the length of the title is very important. Yes, the title, you have seen the big movies, that is the blaster movies from Hollywood, from Bollywood. So what is there? Interesting title. Like that, you have seen the numbers of books. If I'm saying that theory of everything, I did not explain who is the author. So like a famous book. And there, even the famous mythological book, if you consider their name, you can understand. Always catchy in nature. It is not that much longer. Make sure that your paper is coming with one beautiful title, which is incredible in nature. Literally, everyone will get the title of the paper, but the word limit should be there. So go with 12 words to maximum of the 16. And in arts, social science, humanity, you may go up to 18. Do not go more than it. So give some exceptional title to your work. All right. Now you see that in title, SEO should be there. Search engine optimization. So for this purpose, you can use the Google Trend. Later on, I will show the live demonstration in my next webinar. So you will put some words which always being in, the buzz, that it's always creating the attention. Depending upon your subject, you have to put this kind of word. Now the abstract and keyword, definitely abstract is, okay, abstract is the exciting, super exciting part of your paper. And will serve the two purposes. Firstly, it grabs the reader attention and it contains the research problem statement. And here the people are making mistake. They are thinking like that the abstract is same as the introduction, or it is short form of conclusion. No. If you want to publish your paper in the top journal, make sure that you are keeping these two parts. One, it is super exciting with the one sentence, two sentence, showing us the importance of the work, okay? And secondly, research problem statement. What is the problem you are targeting and how you are expecting the result? These two parts of it. First, connect every word. It is known as the connecting the dots. Connect every word to bring the history and the great impact or importance of the topic. Secondly, definitely you have to go for problem statement. All right. Then I'm continuing the golden threads here and the introduction and methodology. So introduction, you can imagine the three paragraphs. First paragraph, begin with some surprising fact. This is a style of most of the brilliant writer. If you are a brilliant writer, you will create the surprising fact at the very beginning. You are not going with only that one, not describing something more and more. No, you are creating the attention to the reviewer. You are writing down 2-3 sentences in such a way that literally everyone will be surprised. Okay, I just come to know that this is happening. You are pointing out something surprising fact. Please remember this and use this, see the magic in your publication. In the second paragraph, you have to go with, of course, the reverse funnel. That is, you are coming with reverse funnel means selecting the border area and slowly narrow down your topic. Slowly. Now, say you are showing that this is broad area, my audiences, and I am focusing on this topic. This is the second paragraph in the introduction. You have to very, very careful in this part, because without proper understanding, the paper will be not accepted. It's not only your research methodology, it's containing introduction to the conclusion. Then the third paragraph, it is really interesting, philosophical in nature. So what we are doing here, that is the objective and importance we are mentioning. Research objective, why we are doing this, and definitely the importance of the topic. This is very interesting. So, and make sure that you are also doing this in your paper. Third paragraph, this is quite interesting. Then method and methodology, and also the experimental design for the science people. So in your method is different from the methodology. Method is the system you are using. What is your system? What is your process you are using? Maybe qualitative research, maybe quantitative research, maybe experimental. If it is experimental, you are using some device. Maybe you are doing chemical synthesis of nanoparticle, or you can do it with the chemical vapor deposition, or maybe with the physical vapor deposition. It is the method. What is methodology? Why you are selecting this? Say in a qualitative research, you are going with the interview method. Now the question is that why interviewing the method, not the other method? You can adopt some other method also. So why you are selecting a particular method? That is the classic behind the selection of the method is the methodology. So in this part, you need to understand, make sure that method has enough strength to overcome the research gap. This is very interesting, because you are having research gap. In introduction part, you are mentioning that this is research gap. Now in the method, you have to show the strength, enough strength, that yes, my methodology is strong enough to overcome this problem. You have to show the problem is also big, but you are having the most suitable method in your hand to give the solution. Then see the magic. The reviewer and every people, it's not only reviewer, after publication for citation, if they are enjoying your paper, you have seen numbers of papers in the world. Every day, numbers of publications are there. All publications are never getting the attention. It's always require the good quality in the work. So you need to go with this one. And now coming towards the original research paper drafting, of course, the part now data collection, analysis, and result discussion, conclusion, and reference. The last part. And it is, I am showing one that success, yes. Of course, if you are now, the three parts I was explaining, and this is the last part. That is data collection method. You need to go with, literally, that the correct method of the data collection. Don't do whatever it is qualitative, quantitative, or any mixed method of design, experimental study. Make sure that you are collecting ethical data If you are using images, say in qualitative research, and for en vivo, high quality images should be there, high quality. Then it will be accepted for publication. Anything you are putting and showing some graph will be not accepted. Even the quality of the graph, I am telling you, the pixel, the journal is taking care, good journal is taking care of everything. So this is very important in data collection and analysis part. Result discussion, that is systematic presentation of your result, whatever you are getting, the analysis part, and discussion. Discussion means justification of your result. You are getting one result, that is, these are my data. Then you are doing the analysis part, that these are my graph. After the graph, you are giving some point. You are mentioning that from the graph, I have find out this, the p-value, if it is quantitative, this one. So now you are getting p-value, and therefore this is the, say I am rejecting the null hypothesis, or I am not able to reject the null hypothesis. But after these discussions are started, most of the researchers are completing in this part. Mention the philosophy. You have to bring the philosophy, that what is the philosophy behind this research. Now, if you can put it, then it is the real discussion. Conclusion, it is the achievement of your paper. In conclusion, you have to show that this is problem, it's a bigger problem. That was research gap, these are research question, and I have this complete research design in the first paragraph of the conclusion. I have found, what you have found, these are my point, I have found, and my results are really making some iconic solution to this research problem. Then everybody really appreciate your work. Make sure the references are in as per the format given by the journal. That is, if it is MLA, APA, whatever the style, you make sure that you are following the journal particular style. And now the process of selecting correct journal, and it is the final part you need to understand. But what is the best journal for my publication? Say you are from management, political science, social science research, any field, and you are having numbers of journals. Now the big question in front of you is that which one is my good journal for me? Avoid the predatory clone journals. Okay, select, specially I'm sharing Q1 to Q3. If you are new scholar also, don't worry, you can go with the Q3 journal. And if your problem is really creating the impact, you may address Q2 and Q1. Go with only good journal, that means impact factor of the journal. Please check the impact factor, IF of the journal. It is very important. Don't go with any journal, because if you are having good impact factor journal, that is just based on citation. It is for journal ranking, of course. Then you will get the H indexing. I have already explained what is Harris index or H indexing, and I indexing, of course. Whether my research is relevant to journal, this is the next question you have to make from your side. To you only. To you only, you have to make this second question. That is, whether my research, I'm doing this research and I want to submit into this journal, whether both are actually synchronizing or not. I am doing my research on HR and the journal is publishing the paper, say international business, and with a different domain. Though these are management topic, we cannot expect that the journal will accept our paper. So go and check the last previous publication, that what type of paper they are actually accepting for publication. And definitely it is known as the scope of the effective journal. Learn the scope of the journal. Number 3, it's very, very important. These 3 points only, you need to understand why you are selecting the good journal. Who are the readers for my paper? Now it is definitely the big question. You are writing one paper, journal is accepting the paper, no one having interest to read it. So what is the use of this one? Only some academic activity? Now, I don't think like that it's the good way. So make sure that people are actually searching for this kind of paper. You are on the right track if you are addressing the problem where everyone is searching, yes, I need this kind of paper. then your paper is meeting the requirement. Everyone will read your paper. More and more download of your paper. You are creating the social impact in the society. This is very important part in your journey. So finally coming towards the conclusion, and I am really grateful to you that you are supporting me, and even I think that during I think my presentation I have received number of appreciation messages from your side. Now I will open it to everyone. Whenever you are writing down your question, your that appreciation messages, definitely I think that I will address this one. Now it is open for all, and you can write down it to everyone. I have seen that yes, from Kanusher, I have received a message. Everyone, those who are writing down messages, now it's open for all. And thank you very much for your support and contribution. And I hope that we will have more and more question and interaction with you. Thank you, everyone, for your support and contribution.